Welcome to this video. Today I am going to walk you through how to encrypt your computer using a free program called Veracrypt, and this is for Windows computers. And so to do this, what you'll need to do is go down to the notes down in the video description, and there's a link there that you can click on to take you to this page. Again, this program is completely free, and right here you can download Veracrypt, and you can also see the release date. So it is a recent up-to-date program. And so you'll just want to go ahead and click on the link right there to download the Veracrypt installer. Now once you have Veracrypt installed, you'll get a window like this one on your screen. And so to get started, what you'll need to do is come right here and click on Create Volume. And then it's going to give you three different options. Now this top option is what I would recommend for most users. What it basically does is it creates a secure, safe area on your computer that you can place files into, and this safe, secure area is encrypted. And so this is generally the easiest option. It's generally the one I would recommend for beginners and most people, just like it says right here. The second option is if you had like an external drive or a flash drive, something like that, you can use this option to encrypt those external drives. And then this bottom option is what you would use to encrypt an entire system partition or your entire system drive. And so I'm going to first go over this top option, and then I'm also going to go over this bottom option. I'm not going to do this middle one, but please keep in mind the concept is the same. So if you do have an external drive that you would like to encrypt, the concept will be the same. One other thing I should mention before we get started is back up your files and data before you do any of these steps. Most of you will not have problems, but just in case something does go wrong, you'll have that backup. So again, please back up your files and data before you do any of these steps. So to get started, I'm going to go over this top option, which I currently have selected, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on Next. And then we're just going to go with the standard option because we're just going over basics. And then I'll click on Next. Now here we need to select a volume location, and so you'll want to click on Select File. You can select any location you would like to do. For simplicity, I'm just going to click on the desktop, and then you can call or name the file whichever name or title you would like to use. I'm just going to use Bob, and then click on Save. And then after you do that, you want to click on Next. Now on this menu, we do have the option to select the encryption algorithm. For the vast majority of you, I would just recommend going with AES, the default, as well as the 512 default down here. If you would like to change it, you can do so. You do have the option to select, for example, multi-layered or three-layered encryption, but that does run a little bit slower. And let me be very clear, AES is very difficult for people to get through. So I would just recommend going with the default options here, but that is up to you. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on Next. And then here we want to specify the size of our volume. Just make sure that you make it large enough to be able to fit the files that you want to inside this secure volume. And so I'm just going to do 2 gigabytes. Again, you do whatever size you need, and then click on Next. Now on this menu, you need to create a password. It does recommend that the password be at least 20 characters long, which is a combination of upper and lowercase letters as well as numbers and symbols. So I would just create a phrase, capitalize some of the letters, and add some numbers and symbols, and that should be good. And then once you have your password typed in and confirmed, you'll just want to click on Next. And then here, what you basically need to do is just move your mouse around randomly, and what it's doing is increasing the encryption key strength. And so the longer you do this, the stronger the keys will be. You don't need to sit here and do that for an hour or anything like that. I would just do it for maybe a minute or so, or bare minimum, just do it until that green bar is completely filled. And then once you're done with that, you can go ahead and click on Format. And then after it has created or formatted that volume, you can go ahead and click on OK. Now we're not going to create another, so I'm just going to click on Exit. And right here we can see the volume we just created. Yours will be located in whatever file or location you selected. Mine is just on the desktop because, again, that's where I selected for it to be. And then where it is right now, we can't use it yet. We have to actually mount it. And so to do that, you'll want to come over here and click on Select File. and I'm going to click on desktop, and you can see right there is where Bob is. I'm going to click on Bob and then hit open, and then we need to select a letter, one that's not in use. I'm just going to go with Q and then click on mount, and then that password that we just created, you'll need to type it in, and then once you have your password typed in, you'll need to click on OK, and now it is mounted. Now some of you may be wondering, well, how do I use it? So this is what you need to do. Just type in File Explorer to open up the Explorer window, and if we go over here to the left hand column where it says this PC, yours might say computer, but again look for where it says this PC or computer in the left hand column. Right here we can see Q is now listed underneath the drives, so this is our encrypted secure drive that we can place files in to keep them safe and secure. So for example, if I open up Q, you can see that there's currently not anything in there, but if I open up another File Explorer window, I just have some random photos here, pictures. I can just move them over into this secure location, and so that way if anyone ever got a hold of this drive, they won't be able to access these files that I've placed inside this mounted drive. So those are the steps as far as option number 1. If you want to do option number 2, what you'll do is come back here to Veracrypt and click on Create Volume, and then this time you'll select the bottom option where it says Encrypt the system partition or entire system drive. One thing I should recommend, a disadvantage with this one is it does add significant amount of time to the boot process, or in other words, it will take your computer longer to boot up, as well as every single time you use the computer and turn it on, you will have to type in 2 passwords, the Veracrypt password as well as the Windows password. And so as far as convenience and simplicity, this top option is better, but again, I'm still going to go over how to use or do this bottom option. So to continue, I'm going to go ahead and click on Next, and then stick to basics. We're just going to go with normal and click on Next. And then I would strongly recommend going with the top option. The reason why I would not go with the bottom option where it says encrypt the whole drive is because, especially with laptops, there are specific parts of your computer that need to be accessed upon boot up, and if you encrypt those parts of the drive, the computer will fail to boot. So to avoid those problems and that headache, again, I would just strongly recommend going with the top option and then click on Next. And then the vast majority of you should just be selecting single boot and then Next. Just as with the previous option, I would recommend going with the standard AES. You can change it if you would like to, but keep in mind it does run slower if you have multi-layered encryption. And then also down here, I would stick with the default and then click on Next. And then again, you're going to have to create a password. Now, this password is the password that you have to type in every time the computer starts. So make sure that it is a password that you are comfortable typing. It does recommend at least a minimum of 20 characters. You could go shorter, but I would not go shorter than 12 characters. Just make sure that it does have upper and lowercase letters as well as numbers and symbols in it as well. Once you have your password typed in and confirmed, go ahead and click on Next. And then just like before, just move your mouse around randomly to increase the strength of the encryption key. Again, I wouldn't recommend doing this for hours, just a couple minutes maximum or minimum, as long as the green bar is filled. And then once you have completed that, you can go ahead and click on Next. And then if UAC pops up, just click on Yes. And then on this menu, just go ahead and click on Next. Now from here, it will ask you to create a rescue disk. I would strongly recommend doing this just in case something does go wrong. It will give you the option to either burn it to a disk or put it on a flash drive or external drive, but whatever is available to you, I would recommend that you do so, again, just in case something does go wrong. The next menu is for the wipe mode option, and so this is not going to wipe your data. What it's going to do is go over it as many multiple times as you select. I would not recommend doing more than one. Unless you're a high value target like a celebrity or executive, you may want to do 3. But you have to keep in mind that this adds a significant amount of time to the encryption process. So if you do, for example, 7, that could take several days. If you do 35, that could take weeks. So vast majority of you, I would recommend just doing 1 pass and then click on Next. And then you'll want to go ahead and click on Yes. And then when this menu comes up, you'll just click on Test. and then OK, and then it will ask you to click yes to restart the computer. Now this is the menu that will pop up when you first restart the computer or first turn it on, and so you'll want to go ahead and type in your Veracrypt password. And then once you have your password typed in, just go ahead and hit enter. For the PIM, just hit enter again because we did not do that, and then it will go ahead and verify your password. You will then be asked to go ahead and type in your Windows password. Go ahead and do so. And then Veracrypt will go ahead and pop up once you're fully back into the computer. Now, from here, it'll just let you know the pretest has completed. You'll just want to go ahead and click on Encrypt, and then OK, and then yes on UAC, and then this will go ahead and start the encryption process. Just please be aware that this process can take a while, so just let the computer sit and make sure it does not turn off until it's fully completed. Now once the encryption process has completed, you'll get a message like this. You'll just click on OK, and then finish, and then the process or the steps are now completed. Now if you ever did want to undo the encryption we just did, you do have that option. What you would do is just open up Veracrypt again and then click on System, and then right here it has the option to permanently decrypt the system partition or drive. So I just want to make sure you are aware of that option in case you need to do so. That's everything for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.